cut it? Did you cut your hair?
Good morning and what's up everyone? We're back with another video. School is out for the summer and we've got a lot going on, so let's get into it. It's approximately 8:19 in the morning. Marin and I just finished a workout. We hit chest, triceps. It was kind of a push day today. And now I'm headed to get drug tested because every year before we start med school, we have to have a drug test on file. So I'm gonna head over there and get that done. And then we'll kind of get into everything that's going on now that school is over. All right, we got here. I actually have an appointment at the end of this month, but it's 2 days after when we're supposed to have our drug test done. And that's just because they sent us this last week during finals and everyone signed up for appointments. I waited until our finals were done and now I have to do a walk-in. So I might be sitting here for a while just to get this drug test in, and I don't really have to pee, so we'll see what happens. All right, we're done with the drug test. I've done this before and had an appointment, and today as a walk-in, it was quicker than when I had an appointment. I only got through 60 Anki cards before they pulled me back. So now we are going to head home and figure out everything else we have to do today. I just got home and called a clinic because we also have to have an N95 respirator fitting done before we start clinical rotations for third year. And they had an appointment available at 10 o'clock. It's currently 9:10, so I'm gonna have some breakfast. I have to shave, which I haven't fully shaven my face in well over a year, so that'll be interesting, and we'll go get that respirator fitted. This is ridiculous. I have a mustache tan line, and there was a pimple here that I didn't know existed. What the heck? We got the N95 fit test done and made it back home, where I thought today was going to be just completely bored studying the whole day. It's turned into just a bunch of miscellaneous tasks. So now that we're done with school for my second year, we are technically in our dedicated study time for our board exams. I'm going to be taking Step 1 and Comlex Level 1 at the beginning of June. So I'm pretty much a month out as of yesterday. This week is technically our remediation week. So I have the week off since I passed all my classes. And then next week they have some required review sessions from some of the foundation classes from the fall of our first year. Kind of reviewed, go over that before boards. But this week I have to just study as much as I can and do a ton of board prep. But today I'm just gonna knock out a bunch of miscellaneous things. So now that that fit test is done, I got an email this morning about a bloodborne pathogens course that we have to take and pass before rotation starts. So it's currently 10:46, which means I have an hour and a half before Marin comes home for lunch. So I'm going to try and get through all of my Anki cards for the day, that bloodborne pathogen training. If I have time, I would like to do a block of like 20 practice questions from UWorld. But then we also got confirmation of the place that we're going to be living in Minnesota next year. So I have to go through, make an account, and sign our lease as well. So lots of just miscellaneous tasks to get through, but we've had a very productive day so far. All right, it's 2:30. I have told no one that I'm going to do this, but it has come the time. We're getting a haircut, and a real one, and I still haven't decided how short we're going, but we're not going to be Thor anymore, that's for sure. So I had this barber named Dana cut my hair, and I showed her some pictures. I said, I'm not sure if I want to go medium length or just cut it all off. And she told me that my hair was too nice to cut it all off. So she convinced me to go with a medium length, which is basically how it was about 3 years ago. We cut 7 inches off and there's still probably 7 inches or more. But I'm very content. I feel a lot lighter. We'll have to see. I weighed 211 this morning. We'll see what I weigh tomorrow. But I'm just going to continue studying, doing some practice questions, finish my Anki for the day, and just kind of hang out for today. And then we'll kind of update you with more things that are going on as the week progresses.
Hi. Okay. Your hair looks shorter. Did you cut it? Did you cut your hair? Matt, you're distracting me. Did you do that?
No.
Where did you go?
Scissors and scotch.
Did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
I do.
Do you feel so much better?
It's much lighter.
Yeah, it is. It looks healthy. It looks darker. Did you dye it?
No.
Oh.
Just all the dead stuff got cut out.
Wow. Look at you.
What do you think?
Doesn't look bad. Kaya, did you recognize it?
It's been a day now. That you just saw was my wife's genuine reaction to the haircut. At first she said she wasn't too sure, but it's growing on her. I like it a lot. We did take 7 inches off, so it's quite the change, but I feel a lot lighter and I enjoy it. But now we're back to the grind. School's out and I've finished all of the miscellaneous stuff that school has required for us. So now it's all board studying. So we've got UWorld up here. You can't really tell. It's the first USIM exam. So I'm going to take a practice board test here and see how it goes. And that will dictate kind of how I study for the next 4 weeks. I actually take step 1 in 3 weeks, and then I take Comlex level 1 in 4 weeks. So that's what my next month is looking like, is practice questions in Anki and review with first aid. Well, I finished my practice test and Marin's had enough of the short haircut. So she's packed up all of her things and is leaving me, but I'm keeping the dogs. Mav thinks he's going with, but he's staying with me.
Kaya.
I had dinner and did a lot more studying. Reviewed some of that practice test. I'm gonna finish reviewing it tomorrow. Did some practice questions on Amboss and kind of planned out going through this book over the next month before my exams and just like everything that I want to do. Marin did leave me, not because of my short hair, but because she got a new job for when we move for clinical rotations, and she has to go to Omaha for training for that job for the next month, which is very sad, but I'm probably going to be a whole lot more productive without her here, because whenever she's at the house, I feel bad doing what I'm supposed to be doing and choose to hang out with her instead. So without her here, I can be a whole lot more productive and do as well as I need to on these exams. So I did study up until about like 8:30 today, and then I started editing the video that you guys saw last week, which you could probably tell was filmed like months ago. I mean, probably 2 months ago, and I'm just now getting around to editing it, which shows just how busy the second semester of second year can be. But it's up now. Now this video's up since you're watching it, and we're going to try and be more consistent as rotations start and we have more things to film and talk about. So this is what it looks like when I am reviewing a practice test or a block of practice questions. So right here on this side of my screen, I have the UWorld test that I took, and then we have the browse window in Anki over here. So I kind of assess each question. I look at whether I got it right or wrong, and then look at the wrong answers, figure out why those are wrong, and determine why it was that I got the question wrong, whether it was just a lack of knowledge of the content needed for the question, or if it was like I screwed something up, read something too quick, or anything else. And then I kind of determine if it was just like a small piece of information that I forgot that I should probably remember, I'll go and search for the content in Anki using the UWorld tags from the OnKing that he has in there, or I'll just search for whatever the content of it is. But then I also have this Notion boards template. This is just a table within the template that I have where I can write down concepts that I need to do a deeper dive on. So if I determine that the question is over something that I just don't have a good understanding of, and it wasn't just a simple detail that I missed, but a large concept that I'm lacking understanding in, I'll put that into the table, and then I'll use that table to guide my studies later in the day and go over these concepts that I need to do a deeper dive on to have a better understanding to get the questions right. So that's just kind of how I review my tests. If you guys want to see a more in-depth review of my board's prep template and kind of how I use Notion to prep for Step 1 and Comlex Level 1, let me know, and that can definitely be a future video that I make. It's been pretty gloomy the past couple days, but that's just more of an excuse to stay inside and study. As of seeing this video, I'm now 2 weeks out from taking Step 1 and 3 weeks out from taking Level 1. So those are the updates. We're done with school for the semester. We're now in Dedicated for Step 1 and Level 1. I got a haircut. My wife left me. So we'll catch you in the next one.